Welcome to this Nitty-Gritty Let's Play live stream where we're going to be playing American Mahjong using the National Mahjong League card. Our topic tonight is how to pick a hand. We're going to go to basics. I want to give a quick shout out to our moderators tonight. Thank you so much for being here to help moderate chat. Welcome. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello. Sue, Evelyn, Kathleen, Anna, welcome. You can hear just fine. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a very short presentation, and then we're going to play some games at Mahjong time to demonstrate how to pick a hand. So I'm going to get the presentation going. I'm hoping my computer will cooperate. I've been having some trouble as of like a half an hour ago, of course. So let's see if we can get through this. Okay, so far so good. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Let's see here. I guess it would be this one or this one. Let's see. Okay. No, that's not the right one. How about that one? Does that one look good? I think that one or full screen. Let's try this one, and you guys can tell me if you can see everything okay. All right, how to pick a hand. Okay, so when you play any version of Mahjong, you could zero in on one particular thing and just focus there. We would call that fixed. Or you can stay flexible and go with the flow. We would call that adaptive. So we're going to talk about very quickly these two positions or mindsets. It's okay to pick a hand right from the beginning because that's the ultimate goal, to pick a hand. So when you get your dealt tiles, you might see something that looks good to you, and you could pick a hand using those tiles and have some success. You could also look at those tiles and focus on what category to play instead of a hand in particular. So you would pick a category to play and stay flexible until you have to pick a hand. That is the best way to play American Mahjong. You could also do a hybrid approach where maybe you don't pick a hand during the Charleston and you try to stay flexible playing at the category level, and then eventually pick a hand, let's say right after the Charleston, and then focus there and go forward. So there's a good, better, and best way. Good would be picking a hand, that's fine. Better would be a hybrid of these two. And then the best way, in my opinion, to play Mahjong is to stay adaptive. So we're going to talk about that by looking at some statistics as to why playing adaptive is best. So before we look at just a couple of slides with some statistics, I did a hand count of line level variations, like how many hands are in evens, how many multiples are there on the card, how many hands have pairs, how many hands have flowers, things like that. And I would look at the hands where there are two options, and those are counted as two different hands instead of just one. So for example, evens number 3, there are two options. Those were counted as two different hands. So when I did the analysis, every option is counted for two hands. So again, the example, evens number 3. So with this first chart, this is a comparison of the number of hands by category. And if you look here, the first bar is for odds, 18% of the hands. So by far, there are more hands in odds than all the others. And then it goes down from there. So consecutive run has 1 less, evens has 2 less, and then 3, 6, 9, and so on. So if you're playing the game and you're trying to figure out, well, what category is best for my tiles, think about the number of options in the category. The fewer the hands, the higher representation of whatever pattern you're going to need in order for you to find success with that choice. So for example, if you're looking at 3, 6, 9, there are only 8 options. So you need to have a really good representation of 3, 6, 9. Otherwise, if you don't, like let's say you have a gap of no 3s, then maybe you would look at the consecutive run 6, 7, 8, 9 and see if maybe you can go with consecutive run just because of the sheer number of options with hands. So think about those things as we proceed through the rest of this. Let's see, everything okay in chat? Okay. All right, so now we're going to look at the predominant attributes. So these would be things like what I call big multiples, which would be a pung or a kong. And then, of course, if you have jokers, a quint. 57 of the hands, which is 86%, use big multiples. As a comparison, you can see pairs are in 62%. So if you think of both of those together, multiples is predominant on the card overall. American Mahjong is a game of multiples. So if you build around multiples, you're going to be able to complete a hand quicker than if you focus on singles or maybe a suit. If you look here, the 1 suit options, 29% of the hands. So it's not a game of suits necessarily, although there are 3 suits. It's a game of multiples. So that's where you should focus on. You should focus on multiples when you get your dealt hand. Also, if you look at mixed suits, 68% of the hands use mixed suit. So yes, there are hands that use 1 suit, but there are far more in mixed suits. So while you're gathering your tiles, don't focus on 1 suit. Keep them all for whatever category you've chosen. And we're going to talk about that with some examples, and then we'll do gameplay with commentary. All right. Ryan says he struggles with narrowing down a good hand. All right, excellent. It can be overwhelming, absolutely. Which category is considered odd? That would be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 6, 9 has 2 odds, but there's an even in there too. So the odd category is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, odd numbers. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, when you get your dealt hand, you need to optimize your potential by playing an adaptive style. That's the first tip. When you get your dealt hand, look for multiples, because as I shared, 86% of the hands on the card use big multiples and 60-some% use pairs. So you want to focus on multiples. So here we have an example hand, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in dots, pair 3, pair 5. Then we have a pair of 1 bams, a 9 bam, a 3 crack, a white dragon, and a north. So the multiples are 3, 5, and 1. So you would look here and think, okay, I could play little odds. 1, 3, 5, mixed suits. Oh, even that 3 over there, you could keep, for example, for 1, 3, 5. But you could also maybe play consecutive run. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. So what if you don't have any multiples though? If you don't have multiples, pick a category that matches your predominant pattern. So whether it's evens, odds, or maybe a consecutive run. When a multiple forms, build around the multiple. Just, excuse me, reassess completely and build around the multiple. So in this example, we have a joker of flower, a 3, 4, 9 in BAMs, 5, 6, 9 in cracks, 3, 4, 6 in dots, a white dragon, and a north. No multiples. So you might think, well, what could we do here? There's a lot you can do. Sometimes I hear people say, I have nothing. Have you ever heard anybody say that? I have nothing. Well, you certainly do have something. There are a couple of things you can do with these tiles. I think when people say I have nothing, they might be referring to a lack of jokers, a lack of flowers, or a lack of multiples. That's typically what it is. And they're not seeing a predominant pattern. That's the key. When you look at your dealt hand, if you don't have multiples to target and focus on, look for the predominant pattern and let that be your focus until a multiple forms, and then reassess. All right, so for these tiles, we could play 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're not picking a hand. We wouldn't even look at the card. We would just gather 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we could maybe pass 9 crack 1 white dragon north. Now, typically I wouldn't pass a white dragon because it's a dual tile, but you want to focus on building your hand first as the primary focus, the priority, and then do the best you can with a defensive pass with your remaining tiles. So if we keep all 3, 4, 5, 6, we're left with like numbers with 9s, a white dragon, and a north. We could pass the 2 9s and a north, but passing like numbers is almost as risky as passing a pair, in my opinion. So I wouldn't do that. I'd rather pass a white dragon. So I would pass either 9, the white dragon, and the north, and gather 3, 4, 5, 6. Another way that you could play this would be 3, 6, 9. Every number is represented, so that would be an option. If we were to pass, or if we were to play 3, 6, 9, we could maybe pass 4 BAM, 5 crack north. And that way we're not passing the white dragon. So we have 6 tiles with or without the flower. And of course, we're going to use the joker later, but we have 6 tiles, 3, 6, 9. In 3, 6, 9, 6 tiles, but with consecutive run, we have 7. Let's see, 2, 4, 7 tiles. So there's one more for consecutive run. Also, consecutive run is the most flexible category on the card, and it has a high number of options, right? And one less than odds. So just because of the flexibility with consecutive run and the sheer number of options in mixed suits even, I would focus on consecutive run for this particular set of tiles. Everything okay? All right, now let's look at another situation here. When you're playing, whether it's during the Charleston or in the pick and discard phase of the game, you want to stay at the category level, which means that you're not looking at which hand to play. Don't worry about which hand to play until you have either run out of discards, like during the Charleston, or someone discards a tile that you might need for whatever category you're playing, that's going to force you to make a decision on what hand to play. And typically that's going to happen when you've run out of discards. You have to make a choice. So you want to keep the tiles that can be used in that category regardless of suit. When you run out of discards, pick the category or hand to free up more discards. So that usually happens if you're in between categories or hands, which is what we're going to talk about here. If you're between categories or hands, pick an option that has no gaps. For example, if you're thinking about playing 3, 6, 9, in this example here, there are no 3s. There are no threes here. So I wouldn't play 3, 6, 9. I would probably switch to probably 2, 3, 4, even, or 3, let's see, 4, 5, 6. This would be a 4, 5, 6 because we have every number represented and it's a 3-number range. It's ideal for consecutive run to have a 4-number range, especially in mixed suits. So a 3, let's see, a 3 or a 7 would be ideal to add to this particular set of tiles. So I wouldn't play 3, 6, 9. I would focus on 4, 5, 6. If a 3 comes in, 3, 4, 5, 6. If a 7 comes in, 4, 5, 6, 7. Any questions about this? Some people sometimes don't understand what it means to have a gap. That would be, if you look at the card, you see that there are blocks of numbers and letters. The space in between creates those blocks. So if you have a missing block, that would be a gap. So another example might be if you're considering a little odd hand and you have no ones, that would be a gap. So consider that when you get to a point where you have to choose or you have to whittle down from maybe 2 categories into 1 category. If you have a category with a gap, let it go. Same thing with a hand. If you're in between hands and one has a gap and the other doesn't, let the gap hand go and focus on the hand with no gaps. Okay, now when you're passing, you want to mitigate risk. Don't claim a discard once you get to the pick and discard phase. Don't pick a discard until you know which hand you're playing and there are no gaps. If we're back in the Charleston, I don't want to go and leave the presentation till we talk about passing and mitigating risk. And I mentioned it in the earlier slide. I think it was maybe up in here. Like what to pass right here, where we could pass like numbers with 9s and a north, or a 9, a white, and a north. You want to mitigate the risk. You build your hand first, let that be the priority, and you do the best you can with what is remaining. Sometimes you're going to have the option to pass blind. Well, if we were in that place right here, I would probably pass blind. I'd pass a 9 and a north, and not pass the white dragon because it's such a valuable tile, or useful tile, I should say. It can be used as a year tile or a dragon. So I typically don't pass that. But if we're doing a cross pass, you have to pass 3. So that's when I would pass the dragon as opposed to passing like numbers. So you want to just try to mitigate the risk and just do the best you can with what you have. Okay, let's see. Kathleen is asking, would you ever pick a category because you have a tile you know you don't want to pass in the Charleston, like you don't want to pass the white dragon, so if you're dealt a soap, will you have that affect your choice? I don't. If I'm given a single white dragon, I would not focus on that. I would just call that, I would just consider it for passing, but let it be a rare occasion when I would choose to pass it. Because we want to build our hand as the first priority, here I would risk it. I would pass a 9, a white, and a north. Because we have no multiples and we need to gather 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want to optimize our potential to build up. And by not like if we were to choose to pass blind, for example, that would be something that you would need to decide. Do I want to accept or do I want to, when you're assessing the risk, do you want to just take the risk, let it be worth the risk, and pass one additional tile, even if it's a white dragon? You just have to assess the situation and make the decision and then accept the consequences. So thankfully, no one's life is at risk. And if you make a mistake, it only hurts for a minute, and then you recover and do the best you can. So with white dragons. So let's say for this hand here, let's say that we get in a 4 dot and a 5 dot. I might consider keeping the white dragon for 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6 dragon, and then let some other tiles go. So it really is very situational as to whether or not you're going to use the dragon or not. But in this particular case, because we have 3, 4, 5, 6, we want to optimize our potential to build up those numbers. So we're going to let go of the 9s, the white dragon in the north. To mitigate risk, though, I would not pass like numbers and let the white dragon go in an effort to mitigate risk. Now, let's say one of these 9s was a 7. We would have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is too big of a range. If you look at the consecutive run category, there's no mixed suit hand that spans 5 numbers. You either are going to have 1 through 5 in one suit, or 5 through 9. That's the only hand with 2 options, little and big, where you have 5 numbers in a range in one suit. But for the mixed suit hands, you've got numbers in a sequence of 2, 3, and 4 numbers. So if we had, let's say the 9 crack was a 7, you could say, well, we could do 3, 4, 5, 6 and let the 7 go, or do 4, 5, 6, 7 and let the 3 go. So then we would keep the white dragon and maybe pass, let's say, 3 bam, 9 bam north, which would be a little bit risky because you're passing a 3, 9 in one suit. But I wouldn't flinch at that too much. I would pass that as opposed to passing like numbers with 9s or something like that. So just something to think about, that the decision making is situational and there are a lot of variables to consider. For example, where are you in the Charleston? Are you in the beginning where everyone's still gathering and getting their footing? Well, maybe you can be a little lax. Are you at the end and you've built your hand to a significant place where you're okay to be more risky with your passing? There are different situations that need to be considered as you're making your decisions, and every hand is different. So hopefully we'll have opportunities to do some demonstration. Let's see. Did I miss a comment here? Let's see. There might be. Did Ryan say something that I missed on here? You get overwhelmed. Let's see. Okay, so Bonnie said, I agree, Ryan. Sometimes I think I might be onto a hand and then tiles split into different directions. Maybe a newbie, or being a newbie, I'm always thinking I'm not seeing the hand I should be playing. Okay, and this is where the key is going to be, where are my multiples? Focus on the multiples and play a category that uses your multiples with the most of your tiles. That is going to optimize and maximize your potential to complete a hand. So let's get to some gameplay with commentary so we can talk through some of those examples. I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything. Don't forget to go to the Maj Life Wiki, because there are some strategy articles in there that can be helpful to you. This particular presentation, for example, and there's an infographic that matches the content, is in the video description below. It'll take you to an article in the wiki. And let's go ahead and play some Mahjong, and hopefully we'll have lots of opportunities to talk about decision making in gathering and then finally picking a hand. But we're going to stay adaptive and do our best with passing while still building our hand. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can play Mahjong. Where's the game? Hold on. That's strange. Share screen, window. Here we go. Okay. So let's pick this game right here. Yep, we're going to keep nitty-gritty throughout the whole session. While we're waiting, somebody had made a comment under one of the pop-ups. The pop-up live streams, pop-up Let's Play live streams, those are social and spontaneous. So if you're looking for gameplay with commentary and strategy and rules and things like that, this is the night that you want to attend, or the videos that you want to focus on. All right, so we have 4 jokers. Look at that. 4 jokers, and we have no multiples. We have a single flower, 6, 7 in bams, 2, 5, 7 in cracks, 8 dot, red and north. So here I would pick the predominant pattern, and I see 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 2 crack can go, the red and the north. We could maybe play like numbers or something consecutive with 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 numbers in a range around the predominant pattern. So we're doing a predominant pattern in consecutive run. 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have our first multiple, the 5. So whatever we do, we're going to build around the 5. So with the 5 dot, we would gather the rest of our tiles, as many as we can, and build around the 5. So we could do consecutive run with maybe 6, 7. We could do maybe 5, 7, 9 if we get a 9, but that's a gap. So we don't really want to focus there. It might be better to do 5, 6, 7, and maybe we could even do 5, 6 with flowers. So here we have like numbers. I would not pass like numbers. So here I would give up a 7 probably and pass 2, 7, 8. Let's just see how this goes. So we're building around the 5 right now. 5, 6, 7. We may or may not be able to use this 8. Here's a 7 and an 8. Now we have a 3. So we have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 3 can go. This 8, in regards to the multiple, which is the 5, is isolated. There are 2 numbers in between. So I would let that go. And then we have to make a choice. I think what I would do, let's see, 5, 6, 7. I probably would let the 7 bam go, because we actually have a hand in here now with no gaps. 5, 6, 7 mix suit. 5, 6, 7 in mixed suits. Okay, now we have a 9 crack and a 5 dot. So we have like number potential now. I think I would definitely keep going with the Charleston. We have tiles we can pass. We have 5, 6, 7, or like numbers with 5s right now, and 6 flowers. Like numbers with 5s and 6 flowers. Unless we get a green dragon, then we could play that like number hand. But we're focused on the 5 crack. That's our focus, the pair of 5 cracks. And we're gathering until multiples form or we see a new predominant pattern. Okay, now here we have a 3, 5, 7. Here's a 5 band. So we have all the 5s now. One of each is represented minimum. So here I probably would let the 5 or the 3 crack go. And then let's see here. Have you heard of deliberately passing not defensively to build? Oh, okay. We'll circle back to that, Sylvia, in a minute. We need to pass. So I would still play 5, 6, 7 mixed suit Kongs. So probably I would let this 7 crack go. We're going across, so we have to pass. So I probably would let one of the 5s go. Let's let the 5 dot go. We could still maybe do like numbers with 5s, but we do have a hand in here with no gaps at the moment. Okay, so here's 5. We have a lot of 5, 6, 7. So even though we've not gotten any keepers, we still have a really strong run. 5, 6, 7. Let's see. So we have 5 crack, 6 bam, 7 dot. Probably the 6 dot would go. I would want to pass fully if I can. So maybe the 7 bam could go too, because we want to optimize our potential to build up one of these tiles. We're still maybe playing 5, 6, 7 mixed suit Kongs. We got the 5 dot back. So I probably would keep the 5 dot in hopes of maybe building up like numbers. So I probably here would pass 2, the 1 and the 8. But I want to wait until my opponent. Okay, so we're going to do 2. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can go to full screen. If depending on what device you're using, click the little white square in the bottom right corner to maximize your screen, and that will also remove the chat window. You've got to pick and choose what you want to see, but if you need a bigger screen, click the maximize icon at the bottom right corner. And it really depends on what device you're using. A laptop, desktop, or TV is going to be ideal for these videos. Okay, so now we've got 2 discards and we have a 3 number range. So we have some wiggle room and we've got a lot of work to do to build up.
8 characters.
So let's just wait and see how this goes. Dragon. We don't need to claim a discard claim a discard if it's thrown until we run out of our own discards. So we do not need that south.
South wind.
That's okay, Lana, not a problem.
6 characters. 1 dot.
So we're looking for 5s, 6 bam or 7 dot. Let's let the 9 crack go.
9 characters. 7 characters.
We're looking for 5s. Or maybe build up 6 and 7. Okay, we do not want that. That's already been thrown. And 4 numbers dots. And mixed suits we could have done, but our multiple is with the 5. Okay, now there's a green dragon. Let's let this 8 crack go. This is where I was thinking we could play like numbers with 5s and the dragon.
Red dragon.
So if we were to play that,
red dragon,
we could Kong both 5s. We would just need help with our dragon and get a flower in here. We're going to pass. There's a flower. So now we have a multiple with the flower. So whatever we play, I would choose a hand that uses the flower. So we have 5, 6, 7 mixed suit Kongs or like numbers with dragons, the offsuit dragon. So we're between 2 hands right now with the same number of tiles. 5, 6, 7 would use 1, 2, 4 tiles with the flowers. Like numbers with 5s would use 4 numbers with the flowers. So we're right in between.
1 character.
And we have no gaps. All right, now here's something interesting. We have now 3 flowers. This is when I would want to leverage that and let the offsuit or mixed suit option go and focus on like numbers, because we could maybe switch to like numbers with 5s and 6 flowers. We don't have another multiple to help us with that decision. So we're just going to keep gathering and optimize our potential with our 5s.
5 dots.
Okay, let's Kong. We have no gaps.
Kong.
And we could still maybe play like numbers with 5 crack and green dragon. We're in between. Probably this 5 bam can go at this point because our multiple is with the 5 crack, and we don't have to make a decision yet.
3 characters.
We're actually set for the like number hand with flowers because we could pung the flowers and then use the joker with the second pung and the other joker for the 5 crack. So we're actually set for that flower hand.
5 dots.
And incidentally, I'm okay with risking those flowers or those jokers being in an exposure because we have a hand with no gaps. There's another flower. So let's let the 5 go. And now we can let this green dragon go, and we're ready to pung and Kong. We have just one discard and we'll be ready to win. And we're still in the begin game at the moment.
Dots.
Or no, we're in the middle game, just starting in the middle game.
6 characters.
Let's see, Sue's saying, does a gut feeling affect your decision in a gap or hold on one second. Let's see, let's let the green dragon go. Let's see, does a gut feeling affect your decision making in a gap or in between situation? it's not so much a gut feeling as it
7
is
bamboos.
situational awareness. So you want to make sure that you're like,
Green
if
dragon.
you're making that kind of a decision during the Charleston, you want to try to think about the tiles
6
that have been
characters.
going around, or maybe the tiles that have not been going around. If you're in the pick and discard phase of the game, you want to
4
look at discards
characters.
and exposures. So it's all based on
Green dragon.
the situation, not necessarily your feeling inside, because you've got facts
2 characters.
that you can use when you are making your
Flower.
decision, what you see. Okay, so we're going to pung,
Pung.
and now we're going to discard, and we're ready to win
3
on a
characters.
flower or a 5 crack.
Green dragon.
Now, sometimes I might have, like if
1
I have
dot.
a predominance of wins, I might have a gut feeling that I'll see
bamboos.
wins in the Charleston. I could be wrong though. And during the Charleston, I suppose there could be some gut feeling, maybe based on who you're
4
playing
dots.
with. If you know, for example, they'll pass wins. So that is more about experience though, not so much a gut
4
feeling.
dots.
It's just about, you know, some people pass wins, or some people pass dragons, or some people don't pass
8
wins or
bamboos.
dragons. So you really just have to
9
consider
characters.
experience with the group that you're with,
9
or
bamboos.
the variables in the particular situation
North
in order
wind.
to make a good decision. I hope that helps.
2 dots. 3 bamboos.
Yeah, we could do a 5 dot and do a joker exchange. That'd be awesome. I would love that.
Pung.
We got skipped.
4 characters.
We
7
are
bamboos.
playing to win.
2 dots.
So I don't care what we pick. We're going to play to win. We have 2 players with exposures,
2
one each.
bamboos.
So I'm thinking they're still building their hand. Once we
Hmm.
get to a place with 2, then you can start thinking, okay, do I want to play to win?
2 dots.
And you want to think about, well, what could they be playing? So we have pung
7
pung. They're playing a
bamboos.
pung kong hand. Could be one suit, could be mixed suits. Let's see what happens here.
4 bamboos.
I don't think they're playing one suit because there's 2 5 bams out. My guess is they're doing mixed suits, but I could be wrong. Okay, so they're doing a 1 suit. So now they're going to need
4
jokers for
dots.
those 5 bams. And I'm doubting that they
1
have
dot.
jokers, because we have 2. Okay, now here's a west. I'm throwing it.
West wind.
We have 2 in our hand, and there's
North
1 in their
wind.
hand and 1 in our hand. That's 4. My guess is they don't have enough
6
jokers, because
dots.
we have another two other players at the table who probably have at least a joker. So
1
my guess is they
dragon.
don't have a joker. Okay, and we're gonna exchange for
2
Mahjong,
bamboos.
and we got Mahjong. So I was correct with their joker. They have just 1. All right, so we have like numbers with 5s and flowers with the help of jokers. Over here, they did have a 5 bam, and they only had 1 joker, and that was my guess. I kind of thought that maybe the other 2 players had a joker. This player did have a joker, but this player over here did not. So there was a joker in the wall. Here we have east and west with a run, but they were lacking with their wests. Here we have 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 1 joker. They needed another. Here we have 1, 9 Kongs with 3, 5, 7 in the middle is my guess, or 1, 3, 5 Kong, second hand down on the left. Okay, let's play again. Thank you for your kudos. Appreciate it. All right, now let's talk about the Charleston. Sylvie had a question about, do I not care about what I'm passing and just focus on my own hand? No, I don't. I pass defensively. Now, and that is situational too, though. I'm going to go back to this so we can talk. We're waiting for someone to join the table. When we get someone at the table, we'll go to full screen. So remind me if I forget about that. So when you're passing, there are people who do not care, and they will pass whatever they want as long as they build their hand. That is a strategy, and I don't play that way. I play defensively because I want to build my hand, but still not help my opponents. And that's why I don't pass like numbers. And that's why I hesitate to pass a white dragon or flowers. But there are situations where I will do that. Like in that example in the presentation with the nines. I don't want to pass like numbers, so I would risk passing a white dragon in lieu of that. So it just really depends on what you have. You want to build your hand first, focus there, and do the best you can with your remaining tiles. I hope that helps. We have a flower, 2 bam, 5, 7, 8, 9 in cracks, 1, 3, 6, 7, 9 in dots, red dragon and a north. No multiples. So we look for the predominant pattern. We could do 3, 6, 9, but there are many more tiles for 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 5, 6, 7, 8. So I would focus on 5, 6, 7, 8, and I would let the little numbers go. 5, 6, 7, 8. There is some odd potential in there. Maybe we keep the 1 and let the red dragon go instead. We could play something odd in here. So we're in between odds, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're kind of in between consecutive run and odds. Now we have 2 multiples, 8 and 9. Those are consecutive, so we're going to play consecutive run. 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably. When you're looking at the mixed suit hands in consecutive run, it's 4 numbers in a range. So we're going to let the 5s go. So we'll play 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're just going to gather every 6, 7, 8, 9 we can. We're not going to focus on the suit. We're just going to keep them. And then when we run out of discards, then we'll pick a hand. You really don't need to pick a hand till you run out of discards, especially in the Charleston, at least until you get to the point where you have to make that choice. Like when you start running low or have to make a choice between categories. So we have 8, 9, 9, 8, 9. Maybe we could play a pair hand, 7, 8, 9 pair hand. If we can get an 8 dot in here, we could maybe try for the pair hand. Or if we get, let's say, 8 dot and a white green dragon, we could play 8, 9, 8, 9 dragon, 4th hand down under consecutive run. I'm thinking maybe the 6 dot can go. Or, you know, what we could do is 6, 7 pung kong with the 8, 9. We got the red dragon back. And we do have a 3 band. We could maybe switch to 3, 6, 9. But because of our multiples with the 8 and the 9s, I don't think so. We do have 7, 8, 9 with the dragon. We should definitely keep going. I think what I would do here is pass 2, 6, and 3. Now this is a little bit risky, but we want to focus on building our hand first and then pass as defensively as we can with the remaining tiles. We have a hand here with no gap, 7, 8, 9 dragon. Second hand from the bottom, or we could play a 7, 8, 9 pair hand, but we have a gap, no 8 dot. So that's why I will want to keep that red dragon because that is an option with no gaps. So we'll just see what we get. Even though we have a multiple with the 9 dot, we have no gaps with 7, 8, 9 dragon. It's a little weak with the 7 crack, but we have no gaps with that hand. No keepers. So I would, now this I cringe just a little bit here. I don't like passing 2 wins together. I think what I would do is let the 7 go because we have a hand with no gaps. So we would mitigate the risk of passing 2 wins and we'll let the 9 dots go. So we're building around the most of our multiples with a hand with no gaps. We got a 9 crack. That is a keeper. It would be really nice to get a 7 crack, though. That's a weakness. And we have 3 tiles to pass. Let's wait and see what our opponent wants. I like to be reactive with the optional cross. So I want to wait and see what they want. There we go. No tiles. That's fine. Okay, now we have a hand with no gaps and 5 discards, but we have joker bait, a pair we don't need. Around the middle of the middle game, maybe, depending on how we draw, we can discard one. And then maybe someone will make an exposure with a joker, and then we can make the exchange. Okay, so there's an interesting tile. 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 number range. We could play pung, pung, kong, kong now with that 6. Let's let the East go.
East wins.
So we're between pung, pung, kong, kong, 5th hand down on the left, or the 2nd hand from the bottom under consecutive run.
6 dots.
If we played pung, pung, kong, kong, 6, 7, 8, 9, we can use any number of
7
jokers.
dots.
So that 6 was a nice pick.
2 characters.
A 7 crack would be ideal. And flowers. We need flowers. Joker's good.
1 dot.
We could use that. So we're going to keep an eye on
1 dot.
flowers and dragons. Red dragon in particular.
2 bamboos.
We also need to keep an eye on 7 cracks because we need a pair there if we play the dragon hand.
West wind. West wind. Red dragon.
Okay, we can let that go. We'll see if it comes down again. We might have to make a choice.
6
I really
characters.
would prefer not to make a choice yet. I'd rather stay concealed as long as we can. Now,
6
here we
bamboos.
have like number with 9 potential. We have 9 dot pair, 9 crack pung, and a couple of dragons,
8
but we have
dots.
a gap. No 9 bam. So I wouldn't even think about it. We're going to let that white dragon go.
6 dots.
Now, since there's a red dragon out
4
and a 6
bamboos.
bam, I would probably be more likely to play the pung kong hand. We ended up getting that 8 dot.
White
Oh, we
dragon.
could have maybe tried for that pair hand. But we had a gap. At the time, it was not a
4
good
dots.
option. Can't keep it all. You want to optimize your
1
potential
character.
to build up where your strength is. And we had a weakness with that pair hand.
4 dots.
What we want is 6, 7 crack in here. We ended up getting the 9 bam. Let's let the 8 dot go.
8 dots.
We could maybe switch to like numbers with 9s.
West wind.
Really, that 9 bam is not going to help us, though.
6 bamboos.
6, 7 crack. That's kind of what we want to focus on. And then when we get to
2 bamboos.
like maybe where the wests are, or that 8 dot, like right about over here,
1 dot.
that's about where we're going to try to let go of the 9 dot, middle of the middle wall. So if this is the end of this wall, probably right around
5
here
dots.
is the middle of the middle wall. And you just have to kind of
wind.
visualize it. No
4
exposures so
bamboos.
far. Okay, we need a keeper in here. That's a keeper. Okay,
9 bamboos.
so now I would probably play pung, pung, kong, kong at this point
North wind.
because we do not have that 7 crack. That is a
Green
weakness.
dragon.
And a red dragon is out. If the red dragon goes down, I would not call it because of that. We don't have our
Flower.
pair. We're going to pass. We could also maybe play 7, 8, 9 kongs.
3 dots.
We're really pretty close there, but we still need a pair of flowers. If we play 6, 7,
1
8, 9,
character.
we could pung the 6
3
Pung the 7,
bamboos,
Kong the 9. We would just need one good pick for our 8 crack.
9 dots,
Yeah, that's a pass. And it's not good joker bait.
south
So we're
wind,
going to let those go next. So I would probably play 6, 7,
One
8, 9
character.
Pung Kong. Now, if we happen to get a 5 crack, we could maybe
2
hold
dots.
that and get rid of these tiles over here on the right, because we could
7
maybe play
dots.
5, 6. Oh, there's a 6 crack. That was really nice. Okay, now I would get rid of the flower. This is our riskiest tile.
flower,
We're set now. We could Pung and Kong every block. So we're set and we're still in the middle game. So I think
2
this was a good choice
characters.
for these tiles.
4 characters,
A red dragon was thrown early, so we should probably let that go next. The 9 dot was thrown recently and nobody wanted it.
Pung, white dragon, 5 bamboos, south wind,
Okay, keeper now. All right, that red will go.
red dragon,
We're still
3
in the
characters.
middle game, but we're ready to Pung and Kong.
6 characters,
There's our Pung. We're gonna Pung
Pung,
and we'll let the 3 bam go.
3 bamboos,
We're playing Pung Pung Kong Kong.
west
5th
wind,
hand down on the left. 1 suit.
5 dots, 5 dots,
Let's see, 5 bam. I see one was discarded recently. Let's let the 9 dot go, just to be
9
sure
dots,
somebody else isn't wanting it. You just never know. Someone maybe draws a joker and then they can call it.
green
So
dragon,
there was no response on that 9, so we're going to go ahead and let that go too. The 5 bam
bamboos.
was thrown recently and nobody wanted it,
east
but
wind,
I think we'll let that go next. 7 dot was thrown recently too, I think. Yep, right there.
5
So
bamboos,
these should be safe discards. And we are heading into the
8
end game right
bamboos.
now. When you're at 40 tiles, that's the end game.
7 bamboos,
And I'm thinking someone's in our business.
east
You'd
wind,
think we would see more of these tiles. Okay, now we did get that
7
5 crack,
dots,
but we're already committed with our 6. We have a Pung of 6s, so this 5
1
crack needs to
bamboo.
go. Now this is going to be a little risky because of the player on our right. They have a Pung of
North
4
wind.
cracks. They might want this 5, so we're going to let it go first.
3 dots,
We're going to play to win. We're going to let
5
that go.
characters.
We'll see. Let's hope that they make an exposure and not mahjong.
Pung,
Okay, Pung is good. 4, 5.
green dragon,
So they're playing 4, 5, 6, 7, likely mixed
7
suits.
characters,
Okay, that is a Pung for us.
Pung,
And now we'll throw the 9
9
dot, and we're
dots,
ready on an 8 crack or a 9 crack. There are 2
7
jokers.
characters,
Oh, they got one of our jokers. So there's 1 joker up for
red
grabs
dragon,
now, the 4 crack.
3 dots, 4 dots,
We need a 4 crack or a keeper.
3 dots,
It's just going to be a
9
fresh tile.
bamboos.
Oh, I thought that was our 9 crack. Okay, somebody might be in 9s. There was a hesitation.
7 dots,
There was a hesitation on that 9 bam.
south wind,
Okay, keeper. Oh, 2 dot.
2 dots,
Oh, there's a hesitation. Ooh.
1 bamboo,
Okay, now we know the player on our right is not going to use 8, 9 crack. What we don't know is
2
what the
characters.
other 2 players are doing. We don't.
8 characters.
There it is. Mahjong.
Mahjong.
Woohoo! So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. Pung, Pung, Kong, Kong. I think that's the easiest hand on the card. You can use any number of jokers. Over here, we have the same hand in mixed suits. 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, they have flowers they need to get rid of. That's risky in the end game. Here we have 2, 4, 6, 8 concealed, it looks like, but they didn't have any flowers, so that would be a gap hand. No flowers. Here we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. They have a Kong of flowers. A Kong. There are no Kongs of flowers in odds. So I'm not sure what their focus was there. That was challenging, I'm sure, for them. Thank you, Janet. Thank you for the kudos. Okay, let's jump to this table right here. So when you're passing, focus on your hand first. That's the priority. And then mitigate the risk. Pass as defensively as you can so that you don't build your opponent's hand. I think that is smart strategy. If you don't care what you pass and you just focus on your own hand, you could be benefiting your opponents and they could build their hand quicker than you. And even though you're so focused on your own hand, you could be building theirs and have contenders at the table. Whereas if you build with a defensive mindset, you can balance your approach. It's a balanced strategy. That's my opinion. Everybody plays their own way, and you can test it. When you play, maybe compare not playing defensively with your passes and see if somebody wins before you. And then pass defensively and see if maybe you've given yourself a little more time to develop your hand because you're not feeding into your opponent's hands. That's my preference. But everyone has a choice. You're playing your own game. Let's jump over here. Everybody has the prerogative to play as they choose, and that includes reckless passing. And that's subjective, by the way. Reckless to one person is different than reckless to another. All right, let's play. So we have a flower, 4, 7, 8 in bams, 3, 6 in cracks, 1, 2, 3, 9 in dots, pair 2, north and east. So we're going to build around the 2. We may use the flower, may not, but I think the predominant pattern here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just going to hold them all no matter what the suit is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to break up the winds one at a time here. This 7, 8, I think what I would do is probably pass 6, 8 because at least it's 2 suits. And then we're even left with a nice pass for the next go round. So we're playing 1, 2, 3, 4 of some kind. Here we have east and west. Now here, east and west, maybe we'll get that back. But look what we're left with here, like numbers. What I'm wondering, 1, 2, 3, let's pass 7, 9. If we get the east and west during the Charleston, we could play that east and west with a run. But we also have a hand in here, 1, 2, 3 in dots with flower. So that we have 2 hands at the moment with no gaps. Let's see, here's a north. So we have, let's pass 6, 7, 9. We did get a 4. So we're still playing 1, 2, 3, 4. Reckless passing. Yeah, you don't want to do that. You're going to do the Charleston test. Okay, good. Let us know how it goes. Okay, now here's 1, 2, 3, 4. We did get an east pair now. So this is where you reassess. Look, we have east and west. We could do east and west with a run right there. East and west with a run. We definitely should keep going. We could also maybe do 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive run. We do have tiles we can pass, so we really don't have to pick a hand. We can still gather. Since we have 1, 2, 3 with a flower, 2, 3, 4 with a flower, east and west with a run, let's go ahead and let the 3 crack go. See if we get west. No, but we did get another multiple with the 4, and we did get another 4 here. So I would give up on east and west, and I would focus on the multiples with the 4. Maybe play 1, 2, 3, 4 pung kong. If we get 5 dot, we could consider the first hand. So I would pass east 7, and then probably what I would do, let's see, we're going across, we have to pass, so I would let go of the 4 bam. Use the most of our multiples, which would be 2, 4, and dots. So here we have an 8. We do have a little bit of 2, 4, 6, 8, but I don't like passing 2 winds together. So I would probably, we're passing right. This is last right. I guess we could do the east. It really is, it doesn't really matter. So 2, 3, 4 with flower, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3, 6 dragon. These are really not helpful here. Although we do have a hand in here with no gaps. It's weak though. 2, 4 and dots, 6 crack, 8 bam. We do have tiles we can pass though, so we really don't have to pick a hand. This would be the third hand down on the right under evens. 2, 4, 6, 8 mixed suits, or we could play 1 suit, 2, 3, 4 flower, which is the strongest potential because we can use 2 multiples. I mean, we could use 2 multiples with 2, 4, 6, 8. Look what we just got. Okay, well, that kind of takes care of that, doesn't it? Because now we can play 2, 4, 6, 8, and look at all the multiples that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now consecutive run goes away, and we'll play 2, 4, 6, 8, third hand down on the right. We need a little help with our 6 crack. We have 4 discards, which is a great result after the Charleston. That's ideal. 3 discards is better, but we did have a flower in there. We really don't want to pass, and it took us a while to get to this place.
7 bamboos.
So 2, 4, 6, 8 mixed suit, third hand down on the right under evens. We can pung the 2, 4 and kong the 8. We just need a little help with our 6. So maybe we discard this flower here.
Pung. North wind.
Be really nice to get a keeper.
7 dots.
Oh, 9 dot. Well, let's let the flower go.
Flower.
That would be our riskiest tile.
7 bamboos.
And now we're just going to parse out these numbers, these big numbers here. One or the edge numbers, 1 and 9.
3 characters.
We'll let those go first.
8 characters.
All right, we need a keeper. Let's let the 1 go.
1 bamboo.
That 7 bam was discarded twice. That probably should go. One thing I like to do in the middle game, well, begin in middle
4
game.
dots.
Before you get, oh, that's a pung for us.
Pung.
So let's discard the 7 bam. What I like to do before the end of the third wall,
East wind.
which in here is going to be really right around the break in the wall.
6 characters.
That is a kong for us, so we're going to need a joker. So what I try to do,
South wind.
this takes some fancy footwork really, but
West wind.
I like to hold fresh tiles up until the middle, or the middle wall, the end of the middle wall. Really, maybe a few picks before the end of that middle wall. So maybe the middle of the middle wall probably would be safe. Hold fresh tiles until that point, because you might be able to get a joker exchange with those fresh tiles.
6 bamboo.
Now, some people do play opposite of that. They get rid of their fresh tiles so that they can kind of sabotage other people's hands. But I like to optimize my potential to get a joker if I'm playing a hand that requires them. Now, if I'm not, if I'm playing a pair hand, or maybe I want to play a pure hand, then I would probably do the opposite. Okay, now here we're going to need 2 jokers. So we want to optimize our potential to get jokers.
3 characters.
So we'll see if we can do that. The 1 bam is out.
One
but
bamboo.
you want to make sure that you have discarded your fresh
One
tiles
character.
before the end game. So it's a balancing act. You
Six
have to
dots.
really watch what's being discarded and what's being exposed so that you don't paint yourself into a corner and end up with a bunch of fresh tiles in the end game.
Green dragon. Four characters.
Okay, so we have maybe 3 more picks before we need to let these go.
Five characters.
Okay, 3 crack. It's out.
3 characters.
Maybe in 2 more picks we'll
5
switch
bamboos.
the approach, and we're going to let go of the fresh tiles and hold safe
1
tiles.
dot.
So you've got to make that switch about 2 picks before
5
the end of the middle game. So let's see, 2 crack is not out yet. I try to let those go early.
2 characters.
Someone could be playing that big ear hand. No white dragons. No dragons are out.
1 dot.
There's a green dragon out right now. Okay, that 1 dot can probably
3
go.
bamboos.
But really, in 1 more pick, we're going to swap the thinking here and let these fresh tiles go. So maybe we should just keep that 1 as a safe discard, because we're very close to the point where we need to start thinking about holding safe tiles, because we're heading into the end game in about 3 picks. Okay, 4 crack, 4 crack. I see 1 out. Let's go ahead and let the 9 dot go.
9 dots.
This could be an exposure here.
Kong.
Like numbers with 9s.
9
That's my
characters.
guess. Now they threw away a 9 crack. They could be playing a 3, 6, 9. Let me
bamboos.
see here. 9 dot. Okay, here, let's let the 3 go. And then
3
we're going to
dots.
let this 4 crack. That's joker bait, and now is the time to let
9
that go.
bamboos.
Okay, so now with 9,
Flower.
I was thinking maybe they're playing like numbers with 9s, but they threw a 9 crack. Maybe they have 3 already, but there are no dragons out, so that's my guess. Let's see. They could be playing 3, 6, 9
Flower.
with flowers. Okay, let's let the 4 crack go.
4 characters.
Nobody wanted it. That's a bummer.
Red dragon.
They could be playing,
Mahjong.
oh, like numbers with 9s. They had their 9s. Oh, and it's pure. Yikes. No jokers. Jokerless hand. Well done there. Okay, so here we have 2, 3, 4 drag. No, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure. They have a Kong of flowers that they were going to have to deal with there. Maybe they were hoping for green dragon. I'm not sure. Here we have, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pung Kong is my guess. 5, 6, 7, 8 Pung Kong. All right, we'll go again. I have a little tiny cough going on. All right, let's jump to this table. Let's see. Okay, hopefully someone will join us over here. All right, so I hope that these concepts are helping you. Please let me know does it feel uncomfortable for you to not pick a hand? Or how strong is that urge to pick a hand? Let's say put a 2 in chat if the urge is strong, and put a 1 in chat if it's mild, and then put a 0 if you don't have any problem playing adaptive. 0, 1, 2, or 0, 1, 2. So 2 would be a strong urge, 1 would be a slight urge, and then 0 would be no problem at all. No, this takes no effort to play adaptive. All right, let's see how we do here. We have no flowers, but we do have a couple jokers. We have a 2 bam, 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 in cracks, 3 dot, 7 dot. red dragon, west and south. We have no multiples. So here I would find the predominant pattern. We could either do 1, 2, 3 or 5, 7, 9 odds. We do have some tiles that we can pass, but we actually have a hand in here, 5, 7, 9 dragon. So we're in between odds. Maybe we let the 3 go, and then let's see. 1, 2. Let's let a 2 go. Maybe the 2 bam. I'm thinking odds for this one. Oh, nice, Bonnie. It depends, says Sue. Okay, now here we got a 1 and a 3, north and south. So 1 bam, 1, 2, 5, 7, 9 and cracks. Red dragon there, north. I think we should let this 7 go and then the 2. We're playing odds of some kind. We do have a hand with no gaps, but it's very weak. 5, 7, 9 dragon, third hand from the bottom on the right. We have our first multiple, a 1 crack. So I would reassess and build around that. We keep getting wins. Maybe we could pick them up in the next go round and play like numbers with ones. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So let's let the 3, 7 go, and then this red dragon. Because we're back to having a gap, but we have a multiple. I'm thinking, let's see if we can get wins. We got a west and a 1. Now we have 2 multiples, 2 ones, a west. So now we definitely want to keep going, and I think we're going to get more wins. So we're going to play news with ones. Let's pass 9, 5, and 7. This is going to be a little bit risky, but we want to build our hand first and pass as safely as possible with our remaining tiles. So that's the best we can do. We got a north, which we need. We need a pair there. And we have tiles we can pass. If we can get a south, we'll be set. We could Kong our ones. We just need an east in there. And of course, we need to pair up our south. Oh, nice, JL. It's a little uncomfortable if you're not used to it. But once you get used to it and see the power behind it, it will make sense. And you'll gain confidence with that approach, that strategy, or that style of play. It's really a style of play, adaptive. I suppose it's a strategy too. Style can be a strategy. Okay, so we're looking for an east and a south, ideally. And we can pass these tiles here just fine. We're looking for an east and a south. I think there was an east. I thought I saw an east. We might have even passed it. I don't remember. That's a single for us. News with ones is what we're playing. We got a west. Yeah, that's all right. We really don't need it. And we have a 1. Okay, let's see how many our opponent wants. We have our ones. We need 2 Kongs of ones. We can pass 3. So let's just wait and see what they have. They want 2. They want 2. I think we should let the west go. West and 7. Because if we get dragons, we could switch to like numbers with ones and dragons. I'm hoping we'll get that east. We got the north. We got a north. We don't need a pung.
West.
That's
wind.
okay though. We'll just hold it for now. You're missing chat?
9 dots.
Let's let the 7 go.
7 characters.
Karen says, doesn't make me uncomfortable, but can't help but notice potential hands.
9
I don't get
bamboos.
stuck on them though. That's good. The key with when you find you're drawn to a
7
particular
characters.
hand, especially early, is if you have
2
weakness or
dots.
gaps. You want to consider that when you get to that point where you
6
have to make
dots.
a choice. don't make a choice or don't act on a
5
discard, let's say,
bamboos.
to commit if you have a weakness or
4
a gap.
dots.
Because most times you can recover with a joker
5 dots.
if you stay flexible. Now here, we could maybe switch to a quint.
6 characters.
We could maybe switch to a quint. Let's just wait and see.
Pung.
We could also maybe switch to like numbers with dragons.
4 characters.
Let's just see. There's another dragon. Let's, I don't think we have big enough multiples with our quint tiles. We're going to let the north go.
North wind.
Because we're kind of in between like numbers with dragons
9
and like
characters.
numbers with winds. If we can get one of the dragons, I would commit to the dragon hand. Right now, it's weak because we don't have our pairs. This is a 2-pair
4
hand,
bamboos.
and you got to get one of those pairs secured if you're going to be able
8
to
bamboos.
move forward comfortably. Now, if we get a south,
wind.
I probably would commit to the news
5
hand.
characters.
So we're in between news with ones or like numbers with ones and dragons. We're in between.
3 bamboos.
And we really don't need to,
3 characters.
we don't need to pick a hand yet. We can stay flexible. It's just if
5
our tiles go
bamboos.
down, that's when we have to make a choice. And it's going to be the ones. The ones are going to
9
be the
dots.
key here because, well, yeah,
Red
because
dragon.
we're going to need to Kong if we play news, and we're going to need to Pung if we
8
play
characters.
dragons. So it really just depends on which comes in first.
7 bamboos.
Now, if I were to have to pick,
5 dots.
I would say, where are we? A red dragon is down. Somebody
1
else
dot.
might be holding dragons. I would not take that. We're going to pass. So I would be more likely to play news
7
with ones.
bamboos.
There's a joker. News with ones. Let's let the dragons go.
White dragon.
I was thinking maybe we could go for the quint too, but I think someone else is playing dragons. I think we should play news with dragons.
7 dots.
This is going to be challenging though, because we still have we need an east and a south. So technically
Green
we have a
dragon.
gap. Yep. This player to our left, I think they may be playing with dragons, or the player to our right. I'm not sure. The player across from us
9
drew 2
bamboos.
dragons. We got the west. No, we're going to let it go.
West wind.
We need an east and a south. That's where I'm a little bit uncomfortable.
3 bamboos.
Another thing we could think about is if we get a flower.
South wind.
Okay, pass. That's one of our tiles. If we get a flower, we can
9
play like numbers with
bamboos.
1s and 6 flowers. Let's let the green dragon go.
Green dragon. 4 dots.
Now, if the ones go down, the 1 bam and the 1 crack,
4
I would Kong.
characters.
If the east and south go down and we're not ready,
1 character.
then we need to hope for flowers. We're going to Kong.
Kong.
So this is a little bit
5
risky,
characters.
but we have an out because we can use jokers for the flowers. If we switch
3
to like numbers
characters.
with 1s and 6 flowers, that is if we cannot get an east or a south. Right now, we're okay because there's only
Red
1
dragon.
south out. We need an east or a south, and then we'll be good
1
to go.
character.
East or south, and we'll be
6
good to go.
dots.
We'll actually be ready to win if we can get an east
7
or a
dots.
south.
Six
Now, I
dots.
wasn't paying attention to who threw the winds. I know the
4
player on our
dots.
left threw the north, but I don't know if that south is from the player
Red
on our
dragon.
right or the player. Oh, we got the east. All right, now we're
1
ready to
dot.
win. Ready to win on a south. So we're good. We're good.
East wind.
We can breathe easy now that we got that east.
3 characters.
And I think we were the only ones playing winds. So we should see that south.
5 characters.
If I pick or discard.
6 bamboos. Pung.
Oh. Uh-oh.
5 bamboos.
5, 6, 5,
8
6
dots.
dragon. That's my guess. They need white dragons. They're none out. 5 bam.
White dragon.
I see. Oh, goodness. That's risky. We're in the middle game, though. They're going to need jokers. There are 2 5 bams out, too.
8
I just threw a
bamboos.
5 crack. I think they're playing 5, 6, 5, 6 dragon.
South wind.
Now, they could be. Oh, there's our win anyway. Mahjong.
Mahjong.
They could be playing 3, 6, 9. They are. 3, 6, 9 dragon. And they were ready to win. So here we have news with ones. We leveraged the multiples, which was the ones, and we had a pattern building with wins. It was a little bit risky because we didn't have the single. And we had only one of the pair of souths, but we did okay. Here they're ready to win on a 3 bam. Ready to win on a 3 bam because they needed a pair there. Pair 3, pair pung 6, then a Kong of dragons, and then a pung of 6 cracks and a pair of 9 cracks. So they needed that 3 bam pair. Here we have 2, 3 Mixu Kong with 6 flowers, and they were set. They had 1 discard before ready to win. Here we have 2, 4, 6, 8 pair hand. Is my guess, or they could maybe have been trying for the first hand, or maybe still trying to decide on the concealed hand. Not sure. All right, let's play again. Thank you for the kudos. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Thank you again, moderators, for helping. Hopefully we'll get some people at the table and we can get to the next game and have more demonstration of some challenging decision making. Hello. So next week, I am going on a trip. I'm going to Portland, Oregon. I'm hoping to do some pop-up live streams, depending on our scheduling. We're going to try to be spontaneous. We have a couple of days where we're going to be playing games. My sisters are going to go to a casino, and I'm going to play Mahjong with local players. But other than that, we're going to hang out at the beach and just relax together and visit my dad. So I'm going to try to go live, but there'll be pop-ups. And just as a reminder, the pop-up Let's Play live streams are social. And it's written in the video description, just in case you forget. Always look in the video description so you know what to expect. Monday night is Nitty-Gritty. That's where we minimize the socialization. Friday night is social with some gameplay with commentary, but it's highly social. And then the pop-ups are also usually short and social. So I hope that helps. You can look for pre-recorded videos as normal, and then I'll try to do some pop-ups. Sound good? And then we'll be back on the regular schedule after that. All right, let's play Mahjong. We have a flower, 1, 3, 7 in bams, 1, 5, 8, 9 in cracks, pair 9. A 4 dot, green dragon, red dragon, north and east. So whatever we do, we're going to build around these 9s. With the remaining tiles, I think the predominant pattern is going to be either 5, 7, 9 or consecutive with big numbers, 7, 8, 9. So let's keep the 5 and the 8. We may be able to use the dragons. Probably not the winds though. So let's let the north go with a 3 and a 1. We'll break up the ones. Break up the ones there. All right, here we go. And that's a great pass left over here, 1-4 east. Let's just see what we get. We got an 8, 7, 8, 9. That is the predominant pattern. We don't need to pick a hand. We're just going to keep going. Now, we did pick up a pair of easts, but our predominant pattern around our multiple is with 7, 8, 9. So we're not going to be distracted by that east. We're just going to break it up. 7, 8, 9, probably the 5 crack will go right there. We actually have a hand in here, 7, 8, 9 mixed suit Kongs, but we don't have to pick a hand till we run out of discards. We did pick up another multiple though with the 1 BAM. So I like to just reassess. So we're going to put everything in order. Anytime you get a new multiple during the Charleston, reassess. We have 1, 7 in BAMs, 6, 8, 9 in dots, 5, 8, 9 in cracks, pair 9, pair 1. 1s and 9s this year don't go together in opposite suits. So I would build around the predominant pattern, which is going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 5 and the 1 can go. The dragons maybe could go too, but we'll see what we get. Oh my gosh, we got a pair of 5s. Okay, thank you. So here I would just keep that. We could play big odds maybe if we can get a 7 dot. 5, 7 or 7 crack. We should definitely keep going. And at this point, I probably would let go of one of the dragons, but we do have tiles we can pass. This is not too risky. Let's pass 1, 2, 6. So we have 5, 9, probably big odds. If we can get a 7 crack or a 7 dot, we'll be good using both of those multiples. I'm keeping the dragons in case we get like number potential. We got 1s, like numbers with 1s. All right, now let's just think this through here. Let's let the east go. Really, in this case, the 1s are not helpful for us. I was thinking maybe of the concealed hand, but the 1s are not right. We would need the 1 BAM and a 3. We would need a 5 crack and a 7. We've got big gaps, so I wouldn't consider that. I think we should probably let the 8 dot go at this point because we might be able to switch to a like number hand with the dragons. We'll see. We finally got a 5 and a 1 now. This is where I would consider the concealed hand, but we have gaps. No 7, no 3. We have an east we can let go of. The 1 we can let go of. We have 1, 5, 7 in BAMs, 5, 8, 9 in cracks. I think this 8 crack at this point can go. Either that or the green dragon. But we do have like number potential with 5s at this point, or even 9s. So let's see how this goes. 2, 6. We don't need those. Those are discards. There is a little bit of consecutive in here, 5, 6, 7, but it's very weak. Oh, nice, Peggy. I'm excited. There's someone who said they could play with us, but they haven't responded to me. So we may have to play Siamese. I don't know who's coming. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. At least we'll get to have lunch. Oh, we got the 1, 3. Interesting. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Here's 1, 3, 5. Let's let the east go. So we do have some potential for the concealed hand.
East wind.
The 9 dot can go. We really don't have to pick a hand till we run out of discards. If we get a 7 crack, I probably would focus on that concealed hand. Until we get the pairs, though, it would be risky. All right, now we have a pung of 9s in there. I think at this point, I would let the dragons go.
Green dragon.
Because if we happen to get a 7 crack, we could play 5, 7, 7, 9. We'll see.
2 characters.
We'll see where our multiples come in. And if we can get a 7 crack, that concealed hand looks interesting, I think.
8 characters.
Okay, 1, 2. Let's let the dragon go.
Red
We have
dragon.
1, 2, 3, 5 now, but we have a pung of 9 cracks. I don't think I would play consecutive. I would leverage that pung of 9s.
5 dots. South wind.
1, 3, 5, 7 in bams. Maybe we could play a pair hand. If we get the 9 dot
8 dots.
and 9 bam, that's a gap. There's a 9 bam though. We're kind of shaping
2
up to a pair
bamboos.
hand here. I think I would let that
7
5 go
bamboos.
and try for this pair hand.
South wind.
We need a 7 bam in here before long though, because there's 1 out.
Kong.
Oh, Kong.
9 dots. East wind.
We need 9s.
4 bamboos.
Let's just wait and see. A 9 dot is out and a 7. Okay, we do not need consecutive tiles.
6 characters. East wind.
Let's see here.
West wind. 8 dots.
Okay, we need a keeper. There's a keeper for us. We have to make a choice here. I think we should let the pair hand go, because we could
9
maybe
dots.
play the concealed hand at this point, or we could play 5, 7, 7, 9 pung kong, the pung kong
1
hand.
character. 9 dots. 6 characters.
We need to pair up the 3 bam and the 7
4
crack.
dots.
Hmm.
1 character. 6 characters. 8 characters.
Okay, 2 dot can go.
2 dots.
Okay,
4
let's see.
characters.
We need keepers. 3 bam, 7 crack.
6 dots.
At least we have a plan B that can use any number of jokers.
6 dots.
At the moment.
2 bamboos. 1 character. 2 dots. 9 dots.
Okay, keeper. 7 bam. Darn it. Oh, the pair hand. All right. I think we should let the 5 crack go. Oh my goodness, this has been a
5
challenge.
characters.
We could maybe switch to 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 1 suit.
6 dots.
This has been a hard one. We let the 9
8
dot go.
dots.
It's already gone. It was weak
2
though.
dots.
Okay, 3 dot can go.
3
All
dots.
right, let's see here. Where are the 7s? Maybe
2
we could
dots.
use pairs of 7s and still play the pair hand.
4 characters.
Or we could play that first hand under odds on the left.
2 characters.
Okay, we need a keeper in here. 9 bam would be ideal. White dragon. We don't need a white dragon.
White dragon. 5 bamboos.
We're not ready for that. We're going to pass.
5 bamboos.
Oh, we'll pass. Of course, because we can't pung that.
7 bamboos.
Okay, that we could pung, but we have a weakness. No, we don't have a 9 bam. You know what? We could still pung it
Pung.
and play 5, 7, 7, 9. We have no gaps
Flower.
for that hand. So if we can't get a 9 bam, we can still play 5, 7 bam, 7, 9 crack. Are the 9 cracks out yet? I
1
don't see them
bamboo.
yet. So maybe we can play 5, 7, 7, 9.
6 bamboos. White dragon.
We got the 9 bam. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Now 3 bam, 5 bam. 5 pung kong, 1, 3. Oh my gosh, let's let the 3 go.
3 bamboos.
We would need 2 jokers for the 5.
4 characters.
This has been a hard one. We could at least pung and kong the 5 and 9. We need
2
help with our
bamboos.
7. I think it was just too
3
not strong
bamboos.
enough with the 3. Let's let that 7 dot go. We ended up getting that 7 dot. Oh well.
9 bamboos.
You never know. There's the 9 bam again. We're playing 5, 7, 7, 9
1
pung
bamboo.
kong. 5, 7, 7, 9 pung kong because the 3 was weak and so was the 5.
9 characters.
Okay, we'll kong.
Kong.
Now we'll let the 1 go.
1 bamboo.
Okay.
Flower.
No, don't need no flower.
Pung.
Okay.
4 dots. 8 characters.
We need a keeper in here. 8 bam was just thrown, I think.
8
Oh
bamboos.
my goodness.
8 characters. 4 dots. 4 dots.
3 crack. No. Let's ditch that
3
right away.
characters.
Hopefully that's an
Mahjong.
exposure. Oh, all right. Well, I don't feel too bad though. That's the first one we've tossed into. So I don't feel too bad about that. They had 1 exposure. Okay. So we have north and south with a run. Well done there. Here. Wow. Look at these jokers. They're playing the all joker hand. Second one down on the right. Over here. I'm not sure what's happening there. 1, 9 with 3, 5, 7 in the middle, maybe. Okay, let's play again. Okay. Babe? Yeah. We have a problem. There's a problem in River City. Shoot. What happened? That's weird. I'm not sure what happened with this game. Okay, we have 4 bam, 7, 8 in 4 bam pair, 7, 8. Then 2, 6 in cracks, pair 6, 5, 7 in dots, north and east. So we should play 4, 6. We could do 4, 5, 6, 7. Or we could do 2, 4, 6, 8. We have one tile to pass, so we have to make a choice. I think we could let the 2 crack go. 4 and 7, bam, don't work really, not without a 5, 6. So let's see how this goes. 4, 5, 6, 7, or 2, 4, 6, 8. Was I right, babe? Oh, ooh. You know what I would think about doing here is playing a quint. A quint with options. But we do have 4, 5, 6 right there. Let's let the 2, 8 go. 2, 8, 7. We'll let that go. Okay, we have our 4. Look at, we're going to play a quint. We're going to try for the quint here. Okay, so let's break up. Let's pass the 5.6 crack. No, either way, it's going to be risky. Let's see here. Either way, this is going to be risky. Okay, so at least the 5, 6 is in a different suit here. Let's just see what we get. We're going to try to play a quint here. Okay, and then now, of course, we get a 4 crack and a 2. 2, 4, 6, 8 is kind of coming back in. But let's see. Let's continue. Oh, somebody said no. The player to our right said no. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 4. We might be able to play like numbers with 4s. We could still maybe go back to 2, 4, 6, 8. Our opponent wants 3. We need to maximize here. So I think I would focus on like numbers. Maybe we let the 2 go and pass fully. This has been a challenge, but we're kind of forcing a pair hand at the moment. Yeah, our 2, 4, 6, 8 just weren't really in the good suits. The
1 bamboo.
The combination of tiles was not good for 2, 4, 6, 8. I
2
would focus
bamboo.
on like numbers with 4s or a quint.
2 dots.
So let's just see how we draw.
1 bamboo. 2 dots.
We can quint the 4 and we can Kong the east.
5 characters.
We can use any number of jokers. That's the silver lining here.
6 dots. 8 bamboos. 4 characters.
Oh no, that's not our tile right there.
8 characters.
So we're looking for
8
east white
bamboos.
dragon. Oh, 2 dot. We really don't need that.
7 dots. 6 characters.
Nope, that is a pass.
8 characters. Green dragon.
There's a multiple, a 2. Anytime you build up a multiple, kind of reassess. Let's let the 5 dot go.
5 dots.
So we have 2 crack pair with a 4 bam pong.
6 characters.
We're going to pass. Let's just keep that 2. Oh, we got a quick mahjong. Yikes. Oh, that's good though, because we can jump to another game real quick. Squeeze another one in. So we have 3, 6, 9, second hand from the bottom. Well done there. That was quick. Here we have news with dragons concealed probably. Over here we have odds concealed. Everybody was in pretty good shape except us, but we were forcing a quint. We're going to play one more game. Let's jump right here. Last game. We have 6, 7 and bams, 3, 4, 5, 8 and cracks, pair 3, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7 and dots, singles, and then a red dragon. So we're going to build around the 3 crack. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. May or may not be able to use that dragon. If we get 9s, we could potentially play 3, 6, 9. We could maybe do little odds. Either with any of those plans, we don't need the 8 and we don't need the 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 5, 3, 6, 9. There's a gap there. So I probably would let the 6 bam go and focus on consecutive run or little odds. So this 7 bam, that'll go. Probably the 6 will go. 3, 4, well, we might be able to keep it. Let's see. Here's another multiple now. 3, 5. Okay, so we have 3, 5, pair, 3, 5. So the south can go maybe, let's say the 7, and then we have 1, 3, 5 in here, or 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 3, 5, no gaps. Let's let the red dragon go. You might think, well, why not keep the red dragon? Because we could maybe play 1, 3, 5 dragon, third hand from the bottom on the left, but that's a gap hand. We have no 1 crack. All right, so here we have a north, a 9. Let's just check out the like number, or the 3, 6, 9 potential here. We have 3, 6, 9 in dots, 9 bam and a pair of 3 cracks. It's not feeling really great. I think, let's see here, 3, 4, 5. Let's let the 6 dot go. If we get the 5 dot, we might be able to play the concealed hand if little odds doesn't work. At the moment, little odds is looking good, especially now because we have a 1 dot in there. So we should definitely keep going. Hopefully we have an agreement. Hopefully we have an accord at the table to keep going. 1, 3, 5, I think, is what I would focus on. Let's pass west, 9, 4. So we're playing 1, 3, 5, little odds, third hand down on the left. Pung, pung, kong, kong, easiest hand on the card, in my opinion. We got a 5 dot. 5 dot, we let the 4 crack go. Now we're kind of back to that potential 3, 4, 5. Let's pass west, 8, 2. If we get the 4 crack back, maybe we let the 3 dot go and consider the concealed consecutive hand. 3, 4, 5. We got the 4 back. We also got the 5 bam. So we have a lot of little odds in here. 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5. Here's a 9. I think what I would do is let the 3, 5. Oh, this is really risky. Let's see. We can pass blind. 3, 5, 9 and 1 suit. That's really risky. I would not do that. I think I would pass 1 blind. We're in between 1, 3, 5, pung kong, or 3, 4, 5, concealed. They want 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. We don't want to, we want to maximize our potential here, but I don't know if I want to pass 4, 5 and 1 suit. I think we're going to do 2. 4, 5 is pretty risky because it's so flexible that the numbers are really efficient. 4, 5 and 1 suit can be used throughout that consecutive potentially. Let's just see. So we have 1, 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got a 4 in here. All right, well, let's keep an eye out for
9
flowers. Maybe we could switch to 3, 4, 5 Kongs,
2 bamboos.
or maybe we could play 3, 4, 5 pair hand.
8 characters.
We'd have to throw away a joker,
2
of
dots.
course. Oh, now there's an interesting
5
tile.
bamboos.
3, 4, 5, 6 Pung Kong, 1 suit. And we have joker bait with the 1 dot. I think
8
that's what I would do
characters.
here. Because we could pung the 3, we could pung the 4,
8
Kong the
characters.
5. We just need to build up the 6. We have work
1
to do, though.
bamboo.
It's not a done deal. We have work to do. Oh, flower. Nice. Okay, so at this point, I think I would let go of the 3, 4, 5 and dots.
5 dots.
We're going to focus on cracks, 3, 4, 5 Kongs maybe, or we could do
5
3, 4,
dots.
5, 6 Pung Kong. And that would leverage the
1
multiples.
bamboo.
Now the 1 dot, that's going to be
9 characters.
that's going to be joker bait.
7
So joker
dots.
bait to right about where the break in the wall is.
Pung. 9 bamboos.
I think we had a
2
red
bamboos.
dragon. Didn't we pass a red dragon? Somebody kept it, if that's the case.
7 dots.
It could be a different hand, though. There's a keeper,
3
though.
dots.
3, 4, 5. So I would not be distracted by a dragon.
9 bamboos.
If we get a flower, I'd play 3, 4, 5, 1 suit Kong, second or third hand down under consecutive run. Otherwise, if we get a 6, we could play Pung Kong, 3, 4, 5, Pung Kong. That's
West
the 5th
wind.
hand down in 1 suit. Either
6
way, we have
bamboos.
no gaps.
5 dots.
So we just need to watch really the 3, 4,
5 characters.
5 crack. We need to Kong that regardless. So let's Kong,
Kong.
because we could still play 3, 4, 5,
4
1 suit
dots.
Kongs. We need a flower in here, though, and we don't have that pair secured. So that's the risk at the moment. That's
1
the
bamboo.
weakness. So we'll just wait and see how this
West
goes.
wind. 9 bamboos.
Red dragon too late.
Red dragon.
We would need 4 flowers too, and we have only 1.
3 bamboos. East wind. 9
Okay,
bamboos.
we need a keeper. That would not be a keeper there.
8 bamboos. 6 dots.
I'm kind of thinking 3, 4, 5. Oh, but there's a
Pung.
weakness. We need a flower.
6 characters.
Oh, that would be our tile. We don't really want this 1.
1 dot.
6 crack went down. We'd need a
6
Kong there.
dots.
I'm kind of thinking we should play 3, 4, 5 Kong.
1 character.
We could always be waiting on a pair, which
White
is a little bit
dragon.
risky.
White dragon. 1 dot.
Yep. Nobody wants the 1 dot.
8 dots.
Okay. Someone playing evens here
4 bamboos.
or consecutive run over there. We need a keeper. No.
6 bamboos. East wind. West wind.
Maybe we'll draw our own joker. 5 crack. That would be nice. A flower would be ideal, though, because
3
we need a
bamboos.
pair. We need a JFK in here. 9 crack.
9 characters. 1 bamboo. 2 bamboos.
Okay, we need joker flower keeper. JFK.
7 bamboos.
Hashtag JFK. We got a 4. We'll keep it.
1 dot.
So really, we're going to play Kongs.
South wind.
We still need a keeper. We need help with keepers. We need a 3 crack flower,
White
5
dragon.
crack, 3 5 crack, and a flower.
2 characters.
Flower. We got the flower. Nice.
6
Okay, we can
characters.
breathe easy now because we have our pair.
2 characters.
So what we're looking for now is a 5 crack for Joker
Green
exchange.
dragon.
Hopefully a 3 crack will not go down until we are ready to Kong or Mahjong in this case. So 5 crack, 3
7
crack,
characters.
Joker. Oh, 9 crack.
9 characters.
We're 1 away from ready. We're going
3
into the
dots.
end game now.
Flower.
Oh, yeah, we don't need that. We have our pair. We're playing 3rd hand down under consecutive run.
3 characters.
Oh, that's our tile. All right. We're going to need a
White
Joker.
dragon.
Maybe we'll draw our 5 crack.
2 characters.
It would be awesome to draw that 5 crack.
Green dragon.
Or another Joker from the wall would be nice.
Nine dots.
Okay, we need a keeper. Oh,
4 bamboos. 2 dots. 6 bamboos.
We need a keeper. 5 crack. Joker.
4 dots.
7 crack. No.
7 characters.
Darn it.
1 character.
All right. We have
7
8
bamboos.
8 more picks and 1 discard.
Hung.
Oh, we got skipped.
3 dots.
So I think they're playing 6 7
1
6 7
character.
dragon. 6 7 6
8
7
bamboos.
dragon. They could also be playing like numbers.
9
Let's
characters.
see, 6. Nope, they can't be playing 6 7 because the 6 dots are out.
Flower.
Oh, pass. They're playing like numbers with 7s, but the dragons are out. So what's going on there? What else could they be playing?
West wind.
Oh, 5 7 5 7 9. Second hand from the bottom on the right. 5 7 7 9.
East wind.
5 7 5 7 9. Oh, 7 crack. We can let that go
7
because they need
characters.
5 bam pair, 5 dot pair, 9 crack Kong. And I threw one. 3 are out, including one in front of them. Maybe they
3
switched their
dots.
hand. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Are they playing something else
3 bamboos.
with those 7s? I don't think there could be anything else. Oh, like numbers. But the white dragons are out. Their hand was DQ'd. Okay, here we have 2 4 6 8 flowers. Very nice. 1 suit. It's always nice to have jokers on occasion. Here we have north and south with a run, 1 away from ready. They needed to Kong the south or pung the 5 to get ready. Here we have a like number hand with 7s, but their white dragons went out. Here we are ready. Well, we needed a 3 crack, a 5 crack, or a joker for that 3. All right. That's going to do it for this Nitty-Gritty Let's Play live stream. Thank you so much for coming. If you missed the presentation portion, wait for the repost. It should be up shortly, within the hour. Watch that presentation because we covered a lot of interesting concepts on how to pick a hand and optimize your potential to complete a hand before any of your opponents. You can gain an advantage at the table with the right decisions at the right time. Thank you, moderators, for being here. Thank you for coming to the live stream. I appreciate you being here. We're going to be playing Wright Patterson Mahjong on Wednesday night. We're going to dig into mixed suits. I think that's what we're doing, mixed suits. And then, or is it novelty? I forget. It's in the detail in the event description on Facebook. And then Friday night, we'll be back for a Simply Social Let's Play live stream. If you're free on Friday night, join us starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You're welcome, everyone. Have a great couple days. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks for coming to this pop-up Let's Play live stream. And if you're watching the repost, thanks for watching my videos. Mods, thanks for monitoring the chat. Please share about the Maj Life YouTube channel with your friends. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.